Of course, drinks aren't the only places you can find cannabis in Kentucky. The state's medical marijuana program went into effect at the beginning of the year. While dispensaries are still working to get up and running, some physicians are now issuing medical cannabis cards. We spoke with a doctor in Ashland in northeastern Kentucky about that process and why he thinks marijuana is an effective medicine. More about this in today's medical news.
My interest in the program probably sparked from my other kind of primary job in emergency medicine. It's no secret that a lot of folks in our part of the country, in eastern Kentucky especially, all over the Commonwealth, but definitely in eastern Kentucky where I practice, we've definitely been hit pretty hard by the opioid epidemic over the years. There are a lot of patients in our region that definitely could benefit from using cannabis to better manage chronic conditions. Cannabis is a very unique medicine. So it's a living, breathing organism. I think most people are probably familiar with THC, one of the main active components in cannabis. But there are I think like 528 different components that have been isolated from cannabis plants that have been found to have some medicinal or therapeutic effect. Kind of the first step to getting access to the program is meeting with a qualified Kentucky cannabis practitioner. So that can be a physician or a nurse practitioner who has completed the education and training requirements set forth by the state to participate in the medical cannabis program. That first visit does have to be in person. So like here at our office at Blue Endo, folks will either bring medical records from another physician that they've been cared for by, or if you're somebody who I don't have printed off copies of your medical records or anything like that. The good thing about the program is that part of that training process is the ability to diagnose some of these qualifying medical conditions. In our practice here, probably chronic pain is the most common complaint that we're seeing. A lot of folks are saying that opiate medications, they make them so fatigued that they can't function in terms of their daily life. They worry about dependence. They worry about tolerance. That's one thing too that I think is potentially a little bit of a misconception about medical cannabis. We tell people here in our office that if all you're achieving by coming to see us for medical cannabis treatment is feeling impaired, feeling high, feeling intoxicated, then we're not doing our job. Honestly, a lot of patients that I've been seeing have been using cannabis as medicine for decades by the time they come see me. On the flip side of that, there are tons of patients who we've seen so far that have never used cannabis ever in their lives ever. What we've heard on the state level so far as well, I think there's been over 5,000 patients registered and approved so far. Last I heard, the stories we get to hear, the folks we get to help, it's been a good experience so far on my end of things. I'm going to keep doing it until I can't anymore, I think.
Currently in Kentucky, only a limited number of medical conditions, including cancer, epilepsy, and PTSD, can qualify a patient for medical marijuana. You can find a full list of conditions plus a directory of certified cannabis physicians online at kymedcan.ky.gov.